Motherfuckers! You don't check it out, I'll slap you in your motherfucking mouth with your turkey neck, some bitch ass.
It's like the one episode where he gets in a fight with him.
What's up?
Like the Boondocks.
No. I wasn't really even doing, what's it called, Uncle Ruckus, but he is similar to a Dolomite anyway, his voice. That's why I was trying to imitate him now. They got similar voices.
It's a curd turkey neck, motherfucker. Bad black Dolomite.
Man, well, no, yeah, that episode was dope, man. They've actually had a couple of fights with him now, because it was, I know which one you're talking about, when they were trying to sneak in a movie theater or something like that.
No, it's in the parking lot.
Yeah, in the movie theater.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Oh, I thought it was.
No, what's it called? The one you're thinking about during the parking lot. They weren't fighting Uncle Ruckus.
They fought the older guy.
They fought what's it called? Like Kung Fu Brown or something. I forgot the nigga's name now. It was the episode they were trying to, what's it called? Like Riley was teaming up with that one dude, and they were gonna kidnap Oprah. I know which one you're talking about.
Okay,
And they had Bushido Brown.
Yeah.
That's his name. Yeah, and then Riley, what's it called? Huey ended up getting a fight with Bushido Brown, trying to stop Riley from kidnapping Oprah. And then instead of them kidnapping Oprah because they got their date mixed up, they kidnapped Bill Cosby instead. They give him back. Because he was incredibly annoying. He probably tried to rape them. Who knows?
Here, take this pill.
You know what your problem is today is all the
Who need a pudding pop?
Hip hop and Rooney and all the Kodak film. Nom, nom, nom. So that was that. Bushido Brown. But yeah, what's it called? That was that episode. The episode where they got into a fight with Uncle Ruckus. I don't remember why they were in the movie theater anymore, because I can't remember. Like, I think they were sneaking in or something like that. I could be wrong, but he was the usher, and then they ended up fighting him in the hallway and shit. Then there was another episode, but that was Riley, and that was when that was a Christmas episode, and Riley was like gonna assassinate Santa for not delivering him his present, and he ended up getting in a fight. It wasn't a full out fight, but he ended up shooting Uncle Ruckus with the BB gun. Dear Santa, you a bitch ass nigga, Santa. I love the Boondocks, man.
I know, right? It's a good series.
I didn't get to see the last seasons though, man. The last couple of seasons, the newer ones. I didn't get a chance to really see
I haven't
those.
seen them either.
They're on Netflix though.
There you go.
Yeah, I haven't sat down and watched them yet.
Lazy bastard.
Well, I haven't sat. This is a fucked up thing. You gave me your Facebook code on. Not your Facebook. Your fucking
Blog, yeah.
Netflix shit. I really haven't sit down and watched anything. Well, seldomly here and there, but I haven't really taken advantage of fucking. Yeah, I have Netflix in my hand.
Yeah.
But,
Still waiting for you to fucking watch Daredevil.
I don't know. I've watched like half
episode.
of one episode, and I liked it. Don't get me wrong, I liked it, but
Well, I'm gonna have you do when you get time. Fucking skip to it. Go to season 2. There's an episode I really want you to watch. It's because there's a scene like where Daredevil and
meets Jamaican Bob.
yes,
Sweet.
and they
You
make
know I'm
love.
down to watch it now. Hell yeah. Nothing like gay love, baby.
No, it's an episode where Punisher and Daredevil they're like in the cemetery and like Daredevil.
Wait, I didn't hear you because I
know, right?
talked over you.
Shut the fuck up. No, there's a scene like where Daredevil and the Punisher are in like the cemetery making love on top of a crypt.
Now you know I'm definitely gonna watch it. No, but for real, I'll let you.
You always interrupting me.
I'll let you describe without riffing or anything now. All right,
Light some bitch.
I'm not lying this time. I mean it. There's an episode. They're in the cemetery, and what's up?
So, and like, it's pretty much just the Punisher goes into like how he became who he was.
Oh, okay.
He talks about like how he was a war
So
veteran.
it's like it's an origin episode,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good episode though.
I will check it out. In the comic books, I can't remember. Didn't like the Punisher ended up killing Daredevil at one point, or like coming close to killing him or something like that? Could have sworn there was a picture of that shit.
It might be. I mean, I'm almost in all of those.
Yeah.
They've always died and come back.
Right. We like impaled him or some shit like that.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to. I don't remember. I was never a huge fan of Daredevil.
I read some of his shit.
I read some, but I wasn't like he wasn't my guy.
You know what? To be honest though, like I liked him. It was just hard to fucking even find Daredevil comic books at times, man.
Yeah.
That was it. Daredevil was like literally hardcore fucking comic fans, and you know what? To a point, I don't really consider myself a hardcore comic book.
I don't really either.
Yeah.
I mean, I have decent knowledge, but I'm not like an expert. I'll admit that.
Yeah. So I mean, like, and I there was a while where like I went out and bought comic books and stuff like that, but you know, I bought like what was easy to basically obtain.
Yeah, well, on base, you know, the stores, they didn't have all the comics. They had like the tops. You know?
Yeah.
Like your Batman's, Superman's, Spider-Man, X-Men.
Right.
So you're limited to what you could find.
Yeah.
When I lived in Ohio, you know, small town that we lived in, you still didn't have a comic book shop near you. The closest one was in Cincinnati. That's a 40-minute drive.
Right.
Parents ain't gonna drive you fucking 40 minutes to a comic book shop.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I didn't really start getting into comics until I moved up here, really.
Yeah.
More into, because, you know, there's some comic book shops around here that are closer.
Yeah. In Tampa at the time I was there, they had some shops, but a lot of them, it was kind of like how you were. They were just further away from me and stuff like that. And a lot of times, where I would find myself on that side of town where they were at, I wasn't going to a comic book shop. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Where I spent most of my time actually hitting up comic books and stuff like that was at the flea markets.
Very true.
Flea markets.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because we had tons of flea markets in Ohio.
Yeah, but I mean, like, a lot of the time, like, when I was a kid, I would buy comic books, but I would buy like all the cheap shit. You know, like the comics you can get for like 75. You know, they were still part of the series, but it was like later in the series, like number 554 of fucking already continued story of Spider-Man or some shit, you know, or the Hulk, and you know, so I'd buy those and stuff, and you know, and that was it, you know, and it was hard, like I said, when they would have like a Daredevil comic book or something like that, it'd be fucking just out of my price range and shit, because it'd be like up in the ones where you actually have to pay some real money, not like $1 or some shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like, man, I can't.
Did you have like huge flea markets? Because like in Ohio, like these were like huge, like probably like 10, 15 acres.
We had some decent sized ones, yeah.
And they were open like on weekends, and like that's what you did, like in Ohio.
Yeah.
Like especially like where we lived in the small ass town, you know, 30, 40 miles each way was like the big city.
I mean, what's it called? There was a lot of flea markets in Tampa at the time I was living there, but there was like two big, like really big ones, or not. I don't want to say big ones. There was two popular ones, and they were open throughout the whole week.
Oh, really?
They were open, every day of the week, not just on the weekend. They were open every day, so you could hit them up even on a fucking Monday and shit like that.
Wow.
But I mean, the rest of them, they were big too. But the rest of them were like, kind of like how you were describing. There was only open on
the weekends.
Only open on the weekend and shit.
But that's honestly how I got into Magic the Gathering game, was through the fucking flea markets.
Yeah.
Because like there's a card shop guy, and I walked by and he was selling them, and I was like, oh, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And that's kind of just how I fell into that rabbit hole. Yeah.
No, Magic the Gathering, I got in that shit because a buddy of mine was playing it.
Yeah.
And then he taught me how to play, you know. And that's how I got into it, because it was just something to burn time when we were hanging out and shit. Because he would collect the cards and stuff, and then this one day, you know, I was hanging around for a while when he was even collecting the cards and shit, and I, saw him making decks and shit. And this one day, curiosity has finally got the best of me, and I was like, "What the fuck is this, man? What's going on?" You know. Then he was like, "It's a card game." it's called Magic the Gathering. I was like, well, how the fuck does it work? And then, he gave me one of his decks. I think the first deck I ever fucked with was a Goblin deck.
Goblin.
And then what's it called? You taught me how to play. You taught me how to play and shit like that. And then from there, I just kept playing. I didn't start collecting start collecting Magic cards until I got up here, and then we started fucking around. And then I started actually going. Yeah, then I actually started putting money into it and shit. But like in Florida, now when I would play, but when I would play, I'd usually play like with somebody's already made deck. I didn't have any of my own decks because fuck that shit.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, my money was going to more important things like pussy and money. That mean pussy and money. What the fuck? Nothing like spending money to get more money. Yes, sir, I will buy that $50 for $100. That's a good investment. This is a vintage $50 bill. You ain't gonna find this anywhere else. So of course that's a good bargain to buy it for $100.
You can spend shitloads of money in that goddamn game, though.
What's up?
The fucking Magic game. You can spend shitloads, man.
Yeah. When we start bootlegging some cards.
They weren't bad looking either.
No, they weren't bad looking.
It's just hilarious.
And we only did that lazy to get the power cards when we fucked around the tournament.
Yeah. When was it called out a couple times? That looks fake. No,
not real, nigga.
The fuck
pull out the sleeve. I ain't pulling out the sleeve. You know how rare this bitch is?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. You losing fair and square anyway, nigga. So shut the fuck up.
Losing, and then like get our ass handed to my 12-year-old.
Right?
Motherfucker. Here we are, like some 20-year-olds losing to fucking 12. God, cursing up a storm.
Remember that one nigga that like, what's it called? Tried to get me disqualified from that like from that really mediocre tournament.
Yeah.
And there wasn't even a prize or anything like that because I switched decks.
And like some of them like knew the rules way too much. Like God.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can't switch decks in the middle of an official tournament. And then the guy that was hosting the tournament was like, "It's not an official tournament. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
There's not even a prize to be won.
You're just playing to play.
Just playing to play.
Yeah.
We're just playing to play tournament style. Relax, buddy.
Yeah.
Either way, he can't do that.
Yeah. He
needs to be disqualified. Throw it out, dude. Do you want to keep playing? Play.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh God. The good old days.
Yeah. That was funny because it was like I switched decks on him, and I kicked his ass with the first deck I played him with.
Yeah. I always hate fighting the fucking elf decks. The elf and the fucking goblin decks were always bitches.
Yeah.
Because they come at you so fucking fast.
Yep.
All the time. Like if you had a black deck, you're just fucking screwed because it takes forever to get someone out.
Yeah.
By the time you get someone out, like here's some 8/8 trample fucker coming at you, some green fucking elf trample pounding the ass.
Remember that goblin deck I had though? That bitch was a beast.
I know, right? It's like the only way I'd ever like could defeat that deck is I'd have to use the my fireball deck.
Right. And even then,
that's how I lose.
Yeah. Even then, like, yeah, no, the goblin deck I built at that point because I mean, I remember that goblin deck because I originally bought the deck pre-made anyway. Mm-hmm. But then after I got done tweaking it and shit like that, like that fucking deck was awesome as shit. Because no matter how the best thing about it was like no matter how any way I shuffled it, it was a fast ass fucking deck, like you said, you know. Because that was the problem with the default deck. Sometimes if you got a bad shuffle,
you're screwed.
Yeah, it was a slow, you know.
I had decks like that. Like you almost had to have a perfect shuffle.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, like I would run into trouble. Like I'd have one land and 3 or 4 fucking creatures. And you're like, well, fuck, I'm screwed.
Yeah. No, but that goblin deck was beast, man.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it was rare when I had a bad hand. And even my bad hand, honestly, it wasn't all that reality. It wasn't really bad.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, those what's it called? Like the time. I mean, you beat me using my goblin deck anyway. At times, I mean, I'll admit to it, but like even
it was rare.
Yeah, it was rare. But even at the times you beat me, it was like it was a fucking close game.
Yeah. One life left.
Yeah. And it was just like that when anytime I played that, the Goblin deck. The Sliver decks we made were pretty decent.
Oh, fucking